talk about the next cell organelle, that is mitochondria. So let us see what is mitochondria. These are rod-shaped organelles bounded by two membranes. So again, rod-like structures bounded by two membranes. So if you look at it, you get a picture like this. So this is the mitochondria. This is how a mitochondria looks like. So how does a mitochondria look like? So let us look at the structure of a mitochondria. It has an outer membrane and another inner membrane. So if you look at the figure, you can look at its outer membrane. So this red line represents the outer membrane of the mitochondria, which is smooth and porous. So this membrane is smooth. It has got no obstructions, right? So this is the outer membrane. Next we have another inner membrane which is deeply folded. So if you look at the inner membrane, this is the inner membrane. So if you look at this membrane, it is a folded structure. It is not that smooth. So it has got curves and turns, right? So this is a deeply folded inner membrane. Okay, what else does it have? These folds provide greater surface area. Now because of these folds, it will provide greater surface area to the structure to generate ATP. What is ATP? ATP is adenosine triphosphate. So these ATP molecules are the ones which are being used as energy. So these adenosine triphosphate molecules are nothing but energy. So energy is produced in the form of these ATP molecules, right? And this energy is produced by mitochondria. So that is the main function of mitochondria. So that is how the structure of mitochondria helps in its production of ATP molecules. Outer membrane is smooth but inner membrane is deeply folded. Because of these folds, it has got greater surface area, so it can generate greater number of ATP molecules. Now, after the inner membrane, it has got cristae. What are these cristae? The inner membrane is compartmentalized into various cristae. So, if you look here, these are the cristae. That is, the inner membrane are compartmentalized into various cristae. See, this is the inner membrane. So, the inner membrane forms compartments like this. You can see this is one compartment, this is another compartment, this is another compartment. So, these compartments are known as cristae because the second inner membrane has got deep folds. Therefore, these structures, these spaces between the inner membranes is known as the cristae, right? Then we have matrix. What is matrix? It is the ground substance or space enclosed by the inner membrane. So this region has got matrix. So this is matrix, that means this region, that means the region enclosed by the inner membrane. So these are the four basic things in the structure of mitochondria. First is the outer membrane, which is a smooth outermost covering. Next is inner membrane, which is deeply folded such that the folds give greater surface area so that it can generate greater number of ATP molecules. Now, because of these folds of the inner membrane, there are compartments which are created, and these compartments are known as cristae. Now, the area enclosed by the inner membrane is known as matrix. Right? Clear with the structure of mitochondria? Now, let us try to locate mitochondria in animal cells. Where do we see mitochondria in animal cells? So, here if you see, this is the mitochondria. So this is how the mitochondria looks like. Outer membrane, curved inner membrane, right? So this is the mitochondria. Now how does the mitochondria looks like in a plant cell? So in a plant cell you have mitochondria here. Again, it looks similar, right? Now, it is not necessary that one cell can have only one mitochondria. It can have multiple mitochondria also. For example, in this cell only, you have one mitochondria here. Again, you have another mitochondria here. So, you can have one or you can have many.